Ladies and gentlemen, I extend to you all a very cordial welcome to the 15th annual general meeting of the company. I am happy to report that the company has achieved a sales turnover of rupees 150 crores last year, which was the highest since the company was established. The increase in production was matched by a corresponding increase in the sale of manganese ore. However, the year witnessed an increase in cost and a fall in prices. There was a fall in the export price of good quality of manganese ores during the previous year, while the prices of other quality of these goods were slightly higher. On the other hand, railway freight and port charges went up by more than 20% and other input costs also increased. It is a matter of some satisfaction that despite such adverse conditions, the company could maintain profitability. Primarily, it was the better production performance which enabled the company to meet the challenges posed by the unfavorable factors. The net profit was less when compared to the previous year. As you are all aware, the fortunes of an industry like ours, which supplied basic inputs to the steel industry, depend largely on the performance of the steel industry. Recession in the steel industry during the last few years had an inevitable impact on all the units in the country and aggravated the difficulties already faced by these units on account of excess capacity and sharply increasing power cost. Fortunately, this dismal scenario has started to recede. The steel industry is once again on the upswing in India. A number of few major steel plants are coming up, and the next decade will witness a sharp increase in the steel manufacturing capacity in the country with a corresponding growth in the demand for alloys. While the overall prospects do look bright, we have to contend with some immediate problems here in Karnataka. The monsoons have played truant and the hydro reservoirs have filled only partly. In the event of a power cut, invariably demand falls more heavily on power intensive industries like ours. There have also been pronouncements from the highest government levels of further increase in the electric tariff. This will affect the company's performance in the short run. The problem of high cost of power has been with us for quite some time. Power shortages are also not an altogether new phenomenon, as these are persistent problems affecting the performance of the company. We are taking several measures to minimize their impact. The first is to effect a change in the product mix. The company has entered into an agreement with Tata Iron and Steel Company for supply of the industrial raw materials for the manufacture of steel and other products. With this, the company will make it sure to maintain the production of steel and other products at a high level. Another effort we have made to cope with the difficult power situation is to seek allocation of power from Thermal Power Corporation at the bulk tariff charged by the corporation. We had approached Government of India in the Ministry of Energy some time ago for a special allocation exclusively for export production of steel as has been done in the neighboring states. The Government of India has responded to our letter positively and provided some quantity of power for the manufacture of steel and other goods. The power tariff charged by the center is comparatively lower, making it possible to produce the steel at internationally competitive rates. Apart from being beneficial to the company, this would enable us to play a role in stepping up India's export. We are thankful to the central and state governments for this facility. We will be taking up export production immediately. As I had mentioned in my speech last year, the long term solution to the problem of power is to achieve a self sufficiency and a self reliance to the maximum extent possible by having our own captive electricity generation. In particular, the hydroelectric sources are the best suited one for our purpose as the variable component of the cost of generation is very small, and as such the effective cost of power remains to be unchanged over the time. You may recall my making a reference in my speech last year to another significant development with which the company is presently concerned. This is of importance from the long term angle as it would enable the company to make productive use of the relatively large low grade reserves. The work which has started is expected to be completed soon and trial operation will be started. The plant is based on a technology especially developed by the Regional Research Laboratory and has been engineered by the reputed consultants. It is therefore possible for us to establish the design parameters and techno-economics of an eventual full-scale plant. We are looking forward to the successful completion of the pilot effort as a prelude to a full-scale commercial venture. Dear Sir, we are in receipt of your letter dated the 20th instant and thank you for the immediate action taken upon the letter written by us in this regard some time ago. In your letter, you have asked us whether the terms and conditions existing today are agreeable to us for taking up the gas agency and other related goods in our area. In this regard, we are happy to inform you that the terms and conditions mentioned by you in your previous letter are acceptable to us and we will be willing to take up the gas agency and also for selling your products in this area. However, we would like to have some clarifications in regard to the quality of the goods produced by you and the percentage of commission you are going to give for the sale of your goods in our area. So, we will be sending one of our senior officers to meet you in this regard and have a discussion with you. We shall be glad if you could kindly explain to him about the superiority of your products in comparison with the others in the market so that he will be in a better position to explain them in detail to our salesmen. This will make us to improve the sales of your goods in this area. Here we would like to bring to your kind notice that the advertisement of the goods manufactured by any firm will play a key role in selling the products in the market. So, in this connection, we would request you to pay us at the rate of rupees 1500 per month for the purpose of giving some advertisement of your goods in the local newspapers. This will enable us to increase the sale of your products in the market. We hope you will agree to the request of ours, and we on our part would like to assure you that we will be able to exceed the target fixed for us. On receipt of your reply for our letter, we would be returning the acceptance letter duly filled and signed. Yours faithfully.